What's going on, everybody? It's your boy By Key, and this is the next episode of the By Key Rant. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page. I'm on my way to 50 subscribers. So hey, help your boy out, man. Try to get me over there to 50 so we can get to the next goal of 100. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the firing of Getsy and how that affects the QB decision, whether we're sticking with Justin Fields or we're drafting another quarterback. The hot name obviously is Caleb Williams. In the second part of the episode, we'll be talking about how the resetting the QB clock narrative has truly destroyed the patience and the development of our fan base. But like I said, let's get into part one. So part one, as we all kind of figured, Getsy and his coaching staff, as far as the offensive side, was let go today. It's the most obvious thing that we knew was going to happen. There was no way, whether you keep Justin Fields or whether you draft another quarterback, Getsy could not be the offensive genius or the offensive mind to develop whoever the quarterback was going to be next season. So that's the most obvious firing that we knew. I like the fact that we kept our offensive line coach. To me, even though our offensive line was much maligned this season, there were definitely some good moments. Darnell Wright looks like he'll be a stud at right tackle. Tevin Jenkins is a beast at either guard position. Braxton Jones, to me, I feel like has become kind of a swing tackle, but overall, I think we have two major needs on our offensive line that we need to fix up. But as an offensive line coach, he's done a great job of, developing guys. So I don't mind, not firing our offensive line coach. But the rest of the position coaches on offense needed to go, led by Getsy as the offensive coordinator. The biggest issue pretty much we all had with Getsy was the fact that he's not innovative and he does not know how to maximize the talent that he has on the roster. Too many games and too many times over the last 2 years, what we seen and what we noticed was there were games we would go in, plays that didn't make sense. On 4th and 1, we're calling run plays in shotgun, or we're going for 4th and 22 at certain positions, certain times of the game. It's just play calling that didn't make sense, and play calling that did not fit the skill set of not just our quarterback, but fit the skill set of the players on offense as a whole. Obviously, DJ Moore had the best year of his career statistic-wise, but even him, Justin Fields early in the season, and there's also been a host of others who did question how our offense was being run and question play calling, which is something as fans we've done all year. And frankly, a lot of experts, like people who played in the league and people who played the quarterback position specifically in the league, question a lot of the play calling going on from Getsy. At the end of the day, Getsy clearly looked like he was in over his head. He didn't know how to adjust. Like I said earlier, he didn't know how to maximize the talent that he had, and he did not understand the mindset of win at all costs. To me, Getsy had the mindset of, I want to win my way, similar to what we had years ago with Matt Nagy. It was more important for Matt Nagy's system to be the star instead of actually winning. In Getsy's case, it was more important for him to win his way rather than just win. And you don't need that type of offensive coordinator or that type of coach in general on your coaching staff, especially when you have questions about the quarterback that you currently have. Like, let's be honest. A lot of us still have questions on Justin Fields. Like, nothing that happened this season really answered in totality the questions that we had, for Justin Fields as a quarterback, which to me falls right at the feet of Getsy. Because as the offensive coordinator, you're the one in charge of developing the quarterback. And we seen progression from Justin. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these people that's running around here saying we didn't see the progression in Justin, but we did not see enough to be able to truly evaluate and answer the question that we needed to answer going into this offseason, which is the reason why, because we have the number one pick, there's so many question marks on whether we should keep Justin Fields or draft Caleb Williams. Um, but overall, like I said earlier, we all know Getsy had to go. We knew he had to go. He was not cut out to be offensive coordinator. He's probably cut out to be where he was before, and that's a quarterbacks coach. But as far as a play caller, he was in over his head, and you can clearly tell him like 2 years into this, and he was still making the same mistakes he did year one and year two. So it is what it is. But out with him, in with the new. Does Luke Getsy's firing impact the quarterback decision? In my opinion, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, like I said earlier, Luke Getsy was going to be fired no matter who the quarterback was going to be. Whether we keep Justin Fields or whether we draft Caleb Williams, Luke Getsy was not going to be around for that. So his firing does not do anything to, you know, determine or make a decision on the quarterback position. Now, in my opinion, the next offensive coordinator that we do hire will definitely impact the decision making we have on the quarterback position. There's a lot of hot names out here. You know, obviously the Eric Bieniemys of the world, which is one of the biggest names I've talked about consistently. I like what Eric Bieniemy brings to the table. I like the fact that he left Kansas City and went to Washington, and he got a quarterback that a lot of people looked at as below average in Sam Howell and made him look, you know, decent. The fact that he had Sam Howell out there throwing for close to, I think he threw for close to 4,000 passing yards. The fact that he got that type of level of production from a quarterback of that caliber, to me, shows that Eric Bieniemy can develop quarterbacks. It's not just one of these situations where he's one of these coordinators that, oh, he had Patrick Mahomes and he benefited from the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. That was the issue that we ran into once again with Luke Getsy. Luke Getsy benefited from the greatness of Aaron Rodgers because he was Aaron Rodgers' quarterbacks coach. But clearly we seen that did nothing. Like him being Aaron Rodgers' quarterback coach did not make him a good coach at all. So the fact that Eric Bieniemy left Kansas City and went to Washington and got quality production from Sam Howell shows that it's not just the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. He's a quality coach no matter what quarterback you put with him. If we bring Eric Bieniemy in, to me, I think we can go either route. If we decide to keep Justin, I think Eric Bieniemy is the type of offensive coordinator that will bring the best out of Justin and help get a lot of the bad habits that Justin has developed over the years, as far as holding on to the ball too long and the fumbles. I think Eric Bieniemy is the type of offensive coordinator that can coach that out of him. But I also think Eric Bieniemy is also a quality coach enough that if we do decide to go in a different direction and we draft Caleb Williams, he's the type of offensive coordinator that will be able to take a young quarterback and develop him in the proper way. So Eric Bieniemy, to me, in my opinion, is number one on my list. Another candidate name that I've heard and talked about a lot was Greg Roman. Now, Greg Roman, as we all know, developed Lamar Jackson. To me, Greg Roman is the type of offensive coordinator that if you get him, to me, that's kind of a signal that you may be leaning towards keeping Justin, because a lot of the things that Justin does as far as skill set wise is similar to Lamar Jackson. So if you go in the Greg Roman direction as far as offensive coordinator, then you're basically saying like Greg Roman come in and establish a similar type of offense that you ran with Lamar Jackson, establish that with Justin Fields. Now, if that's the case, then that to me kind of will tip the hand of the Bears on whether they are going to trade the first overall pick and keep Justin if they go the Greg Roman route. Another name that I did hear was Darrell Bevell. Darrell Bevell is a quality offensive coordinator. I think similar to Eric Bieniemy in the sense of he can go either route. he's one of those coordinators that if we keep Justin, I think he can get, the best out of him. But if we draft Caleb Williams, he can also develop him as well. So to me, the hiring of Darrell Bevel will not kind of tip the hand of it. But whoever the next offensive coordinator is, that will determine, I won't say it will determine, let me scratch that. I'll say it will kind of shed some light on the mindset and the thinking of Ryan Poles as the GM. So we definitely need to look forward to who that hiring is and the track record of whoever the next offensive coordinator is. But the fact that Luke Getsy is finally gone, that's what I'm happy about. I know a lot of people were looking for a full-fledged, clean sweep and get rid of Flus. I knew they weren't getting rid of, Eberflus. The defense played too well this season, especially after the acquisition of Montez Sweat. So I think, I pretty much thought that Flus was going to stay. I think his defense playing at a high level towards the end of the year kind of cemented the fact that he was staying. And whether you want to believe it or not, Ryan Poles believes in Eberflus. He believes in his leadership and he believes in what, Eberflus stands for. Now, as fans, we can question that, but at the end of the day, we're not the GM. Ryan Poles is the GM. And it's in Poles we trust. So whatever Poles believes is the best for the Bears, that's what I'm going with. He hasn't given me a reason to not trust him, so I'm trusting with what he says. So if Ryan Poles believes Eberflus is the guy, hey, Eberflus is the guy. Let's keep rolling with it. But at the same token, we definitely need to look into whoever the next offensive coordinator is, and that will determine it'll go a great deal in determining who the next quarterback will be of the Chicago Bears. But hey, that's the end of part 1 of the show. Once again, this is your boy Baki, and like the video, subscribe to the page. I'm on my way to 50 subscribers, so help your boy get there. I want to get there hopefully within the next couple of weeks, because I'm gonna definitely be dropping more and more content as we getting closer and closer to free agency and closer to the draft. I'm gonna be definitely putting out videos about draft analytics and draft numbers, and giving breakdowns on a lot of the draft picks at the key positions that the Bears need to be looking into. So be prepared for the the videos I'm gonna be dropping, man. So make sure y'all support your boy. Part 2 of the episode, we're gonna be basically talking about, this whole reset of the QB clock scenario that's going on nowadays. Like this whole mindset of, we have to reset the QB clock. Oh my God, Justin Fields is gonna have to get paid so super soon, so we have to reset the QB clock. Like, I don't understand this mindset that we have in Bears Nation. I don't understand this mindset that lends itself to thinking that the resetting the QB clock thing is gonna breed success. We have no track record that resetting the QB clock is gonna lead to success. Like, in my opinion, I have not seen a team that's reset the QB clock and was better for it. Now, make sure you comment below if you've seen a team, or if you know a situation or scenario where a team reset the QB clock and they went on to be a consistent winner and a Super Bowl contender. Please feel free to let me know, because maybe I'm overlooking it. But just doing my own research, I have yet to see a team that reset the QB clock and instantly became a success or became a Super Bowl contender. I haven't seen that. Despite what Mike Tannenbaum and all these other media people who are literally just numbers crunchers will tell you, resetting the QB clock does not guarantee you a thing. All it does is it guarantees you that you have to develop another quarterback or develop another player at whatever the position is. To me, the biggest problem, the biggest issue that I have with the resetting the QB clock mindset is that for some reason, the resetting the QB clock mindset has came at the cost of patience and development. As a fan base, especially here with the Bears, as a fan base, our fan base has gotten truly impatient. We want something to happen right now. We want instant gratification. We want our quarterback to be great day one, play one, let's get it done. Or if it doesn't happen within the first 2 to 3 years, let's scrap it and go get somebody else. No, that's not how it works. It takes time to develop. It takes coaching to develop. It takes the right type of player to develop. And to me, I feel like we don't, as a fan base, we don't have enough patience to let something actually develop. I made a tweet the other day talking about keeping receipts. Generally, just to generalize my tweet, I basically said for all the people that want to trade Justin Fields, hey, I'm keeping receipts on all y'all. So I don't want to hear in 2 to 3 years, if we draft Caleb Williams, y'all clowning him if he doesn't live up to the expectation that y'all think he should live up to. And I got so much negative feedback, and I got so many people comment saying, oh, well, it shouldn't take 3 years to develop, or Justin hasn't shown you anything in 3 years. It's time to move on. Or, I got so much backlash for that tweet, when basically the meaning behind my tweet was, at what point are we're gonna be patient enough to let something actually transpire and develop? Like, I'm not saying Mitch Trubisky was great by any stretch, because he wasn't. Mitch was terrible. But I gave Mitch 4 years. I gave him an opportunity. I gave him the length of his contract to show us, hey, can Mitch be the guy? And I didn't shit on Mitch. We let him get his 4 years. He showed that he wasn't the guy. Okay, now let's move on. Let's draft somebody else, and let's see if we can develop the next guy. But for whatever reason, we have this insatiable need to, if it doesn't happen like this, then let's move on and get somebody else. Like, for example, with Justin, this is Justin's 3rd year. It's not the end of his contract. We have his 4th year, and we have the 5th year option, and we have the franchise tag option. So if we want to keep Justin at a really good number for the next 2 years, at least minimum, we can. If my memory serves me correct from what I've researched, if we were to pick up his 5th year option, the total over the next 2 years would be $31 million. That's basically $15.5 million per year. So we're basically paying $15.5 million over the next 2 years if we decide to pick up the 5th year option for Justin. So what is the rush of, we gotta get rid of him, and what is this rush? But I understand the rush. The rush is because we had the 1st overall pick. That's the rush. Like, for all the people that were clowning me on that tweet, and all the people that's sitting here and clowning Justin, the only reason y'all are doing that is because we have the 1st overall pick. If the Bears didn't have the 1st overall pick, and they had no chance to get Caleb Williams, a lot of you same people will be, okay, well, we just got to make it work with Justin. Or a lot of people will be singing the praises of the development that Justin has made. So, tell the truth. The truth is, the Bears have the 1st overall pick, so because of that, that's the reason you want to get rid of Justin. It has nothing to do with whatever lack of development that you believe Justin hasn't done, or the whatever level Justin hasn't achieved. It doesn't have anything to do with him per se. It has everything to do with the fact that we have the number 1 pick, and the Mel Kiper's of the world and all these media members have told y'all that Caleb Williams is the next Patrick Mahomes. So the thirst to get him up in here is real. Now, I'm a Justin Fields fan, so I want him to succeed, but I'm a Bears fan first and foremost. So if we decided to move on from Justin and bring in Caleb Williams, I'm cool with that. But I'm going to say the same thing about Caleb Williams that I said about Justin and I said about Mitch. I'm going to give each of those quarterbacks, each of those players, the necessary time to develop. I'm not going to rush the process, or I'm not going to crush any of these youngsters because they're not doing what I want them to do in the time frame that I want it done. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give each of them time. We gave Mitch 4 years. But before Justin was drafted, I said, hey, whatever quarterback we get, we better give him the same amount of time we gave Mitch, because that's the right thing to do. But a lot of people, they don't want to do that. They want to say, all right, we got to get Justin up out of here. Okay, cool. If we get Justin up out of here, that's fine. But the trend that's going on is we gave Mitch 4 years. We're now, if we get rid of Justin, we're getting rid of Justin, 3 years in. So my question to Bears Nation is, if we bring Caleb Williams in, are we only going to give him 2 years to show us something? And if he doesn't show us in 2 years, it's get him out of here? Is that the thing? That was what my tweet was about. My tweet was about the fact that there's a lack of patience and a lack of development that us as a fan base are not, accepting. No matter what quarterback we have, we need to have a quality coach that knows how to develop, and we need to also have the patience to see that development through. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But we can't keep trying to skip steps and rush the process. We can't keep trying to force it to happen in the time frame that we want it to happen. It's going to happen when it happens. I hate the Green Bay Packers with a passion as a Bears fan, but I respect how they draft and develop their quarterbacks. At the end of the day, yeah, they had the benefit of Aaron Rodgers, but they drafted Jordan Love and they let him sit for 3 years. And now he's in year 4, and you don't hear them in Green Bay bitching and complaining, talking about how, oh my God, we have to pay Jordan Love now, and he's only giving us 1 year. We don't hear that. Why? Because the organization believed in who they drafted, and they took the necessary time, whether their fan base liked it or not, to develop that guy into what they wanted to be. That's the one thing I will say that I do envy about their organization and, their fans. Their organization will draft a guy and they will develop their guy. And they won't sit there and bend to public pressure about it. If they believe that a guy can fit their system or fit their scheme or fit what they are trying to do, they will take the necessary time, no matter what their fan base says, to develop that guy. I just wish us as Bears fans, we would actually take on that mindset and say, you know what, we're going to give guys the opportunity to develop, and not have this mindset that if you don't show something in year 2 or by year 3 that, oh, we need to scrap it and get them out of here. So yeah, that's my whole thing when it comes to the resetting the QB clock scenario. There's no guarantee that it works. And what resetting the QB clock has done, it has done serious damage, in my opinion, to the draft and development and the patience of a fan base. That resetting the QB clock mindset has made it where development and patience don't exist in today's NFL, and especially among Bears Nation. But hey, it is what it is. The Bears got a press conference at 3 o'clock, so I'm definitely going to be interested to see what GM Ryan Poles, Coach Matt Eberflus, and President Kevin Warren have to say. So I'm gonna get off here now. Thank you to everybody that took the time to watch this video. Like the page and subscribe, and make sure you comment below. Comment on any part of this today's show. Tell me what your opinion is. What offensive coordinator do you believe the Bears should go get? What quarterback do you think the Bears should keep? And what are your thoughts on the resetting the QB clock narrative? And if anybody in the comments know a team where the resetting the QB clock narrative has worked, comment below. Comment that team and tell me how it worked. But yo, this your boy Baki, and this is another episode of the Baki Rants. Let's get it, Bears fans. It's a great off season. Let's enjoy. Bear down.